Welcome in, everybody. My name is Casey. I am the Guardian Oracle 33. I am popping in to say TGIF. I hope everybody has a wonderful, safe weekend. That you enjoy your time off for those of you that work the 9 to 5-er. And that you guys are able to get out into nature and connect or put your feet in some cold water and enjoy your summer if you're over here. Sending love and light to all of you. Welcome in. Quick little message. Hello, Pickles. Guys, last night, my phone, it didn't die. It just overheated. So, I apologize about that. And I'm going to crack this window and see if maybe all of my cards won't blow from here to 10-bit to you. How's everybody's Friday? Gays or grays? Hi, Wade. Gays. Gays for 2, please. Gays for 200. I knew it. You said you were gay for $200 once. I'm like, do you see how that's how shit gets started? Welcome in, guys. I am a psychic medium and intuitive. I'm just an old sweet country girl trying to get along, little doggy. Alright, easy does it. Maybe I should put the breeze on that side. And I'm ingenuitive. Welcome to the channel. Easy does it. Oh. It's a breeze. I can feel it in my knees. You're tone deaf. Stop it. I know. Alright. Holy Spirit, holy angels of the highest bright light, I call on you now. Benevolent beings of the light, guardians of the galaxy, we just ask that you would guide these messages. May they be for the highest good of all. May you enjoy this little journey that we take, and may you listen to your inner self. It's not about taking anything. Allow your imagination and your intuitive inklings to be ignited as you journey through the process of listening or watching in whatever way. Remember to take some deep breaths, and everything is happening now. These are timeless reads, so if you choose to connect for the highest good of all and are asking for a sign or synchronicity, I just had one bird, it looked like a robin, fly down in front of the trailer. That could be for you. Also the color red and black. Marbles. Janine. The name Janine. Archetypal figure. Ignite the flame. Sarah Joe. Hearing that song, I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. Ooh, I am for real. Never meant to make your daughter cry. I apologize. That's my house. I'll turn the lights out, he says. All you do is defend that woman when I call you. Apple pie. The Dutch oven. Arkansas. Maine. Kept channeling a word, and it just brought it to my mind, and I've done it twice now, 2 days in a row. I'm hearing Quebec right now. Chickasaw. It's the Chickasaw. And I can hear it in that, I almost said Tim Allen song. Who's Your Neighbor? Home Improvement. Who is that? Who is that? Is that you, Timmy boy? It is. Third Eye Spy. The Wizards of Waverly Place. The Magic Mountain. Your Majesty. Sri Lanka. Pakistani. Zimbabwe. benevolent beings of the light. Asura sasefi sewakata fashefu sevote voice sevadu. Don't forget to breathe. Life is but a breath of air. And in each breath I soar like an eagle in the sky. Like a rainbow in the dark. Do your demons ever let you sleep? Do they ever let you go? When's the last time you enjoyed a day? You know, when you weren't thinking about everything that wasn't going wrong. It's funny how the human brain always wants to take us to what we don't have, right? That's the mentality of lack, and whether we want to believe it or not, with all of the organizations and the, I'm hearing propaganda, but just the advertisements of so many things, stores, the newest, coolest shit that you need to have. So, you know, so you're cool, keeping up with the Joneses. I think a lot of us are, I was going to say cat hair, but it's not a cat hair. I don't have a cat. No pussy here, so sorry. I got distracted. Meow. That is so funny. Welcome in to the cat house, where there's no cats. This place is nothing but a play on words, man. You are freaking out. Meow. That's funny shit. I'm not that gal, trust me. I'd be like, meow. I've been moving cows on a horse most of my life, so. Meow. Meow. Where are we going with this lovely messages? Messages? You'll deliver them until I'm done. Outstanding. What do we got from Grandmama's book? Me grandmother. If I were asked to give what I consider the single most useful bit of advice for all of humanity, it would be this. Expect trouble as an inevitable part of life, and when it comes, hold your head high, look it square in the eye and say, I will be bigger than you. You cannot defeat me. Then repeat to yourself the most comforting words of all. This too shall pass. Casey, I sent you more videos to watch on Messenger. Okay, I'll go check them out when I get off. Chew on cloves to quit vaping. Thank you, I'll try that. Cloves. That's like black licorice, huh? I'll check that out. Thank you. I know, it's terrible. Hi, Brad. Brady. My day's been good. My day has been good. I got a shower and felt so nice, and to shave my legs and my armpits and my arms. Oh, you know, you get that. So I've been in nature just, I mean, I can't get more grounded than this. I love it. I love it. Today's been a wonderful day. And it's going to be a wonderful weekend. And I'm excited. You know, you ever just get by people that you really enjoy being around, and it's so easy and simple to have fun, and you catch up and you talk about things, or you just laugh. This is some of the stuff you say when you're by each other. It's hilarious. It's almost kind of like brings back that inner child. My cheeks are starting to hurt because I'm getting smiley. Getting a wee bit of smiley. Excitement. I love that energy, and it's very playful. So some of you could be really excited right now about, well, I'm looking, no, I think you really adore somebody's hugs, or you're hugging you. How people treat you is their karma. How you react is yours. I love you. Thank you. Yes, ma'am, Jesus loves you. Jesus loves me, this I know. For the Bible tells me so. Little children, big and small. We are weak, but he is strong. Yes, Jesus loves me. Huh. Yes, Jesus loves me. I haven't sang that hymn in forever. There is no beautifier. Hey, is this? I'm having a moment with my guides. We're trying to decipher what this word says. There is no beautifier of complexion or form or behavior like the wish to scatter joy and not pain around us, by Ralph Waldo Emerson. I have found that if you love life, life will love you back. Believe with all your heart that how you live your life does make a difference. Ask yourself, have you been kind today? Make kindness your daily modus operandi and change your world. Happiness always looks small while you hold it in your hands, but let it go and you learn at once how big and precious it is. Happiness. For real. Letting go, and then it, like, what do you mean, what part of letting go? You know, we all do it. It's like, what does that even mean? Who do I have to let go? And sometimes it's just an idea. Sometimes it's just the way we look at things or the way that we've been conditioned to perceive some things, you know? Hi, Cindy. What up, hotshot? Hi, Matthew. All right, let's see what's going on. Let's take a look under the hood, boys and girls. Holy Spirit, for the highest good of all, thank you. May you find beautiful messages in here. May your soul be awakened as you hear light codes, light language activation. May the sun always shine upon your face. May you always know your light and there is no separation. And anytime you pray, my higher self comes alongside you. And my intuitive inkling, every time we should be praying for humanity, for others, to find a light within. It takes courage. It takes bravery. You know, even if you're going through it now. We are the way makers. And to make a way, you have to believe when other people can't. You have to believe when things are hard. You have to hold space in hope and light so that others know. You can't force them, you can't make them, but you can hold space without judgment. Encouragement goes a long ways. You know, saying, hey, I see what you've been doing. I see your goodness. Just in case nobody tells you, that shit fucking lights the darkest rooms up in the soul of somebody who has done nothing but bleed out love to others, you know, to receive it and to have it come back around. It's the greatest gift you can give anybody. Anybody. And anybody who's ever been down and out. Anybody who's ever felt, fuck, man, it's been a while and the emotions arise and you're like, sometimes just a good fucking hug feels so good. It feels so good. It can be so healing. Even the healer needs a healer. So you might find yourself in nature. And it's a pretty good teacher too. She's a little relentless. Should always have the courage and the bravery to be kind. This is why we go through hard stuff, so when we see others go through it, you understand that their consciousness might not be, they might not understand from the level. That's where you're the teacher in ways. You'll know what to say, to be guided. Of course we don't want to see people we love doing things that hurt them or things that, you know, or acting in ways that you know where it comes from, but they just can't see it themselves because they're so close to the pain. It's, you know, we gotta face that stuff. We gotta face the things that feel painful and ask ourselves, why has this been a stumbling block in my life? Why has this been, this loss, this person, this conversation, why has this played such an important role of how I am living my life today? The days and the days and the days just keep going by, and it's like, it just that aspect and that time just gets further away in the memory bank. But somehow it's now programmed the character at which you are. We are responsible for our behaviors and our thoughts. And the more we become conscious, aware, we're conscious of the way that we're speaking out loud, the way that we're speaking to others. Hold your tongue, you know, wise, be wise, you know. There's a million things you could say. And sometimes a good soul expression, a wise person, is nothing at all. This is a universe made by intelligent design. It's It's not new age shit. It's quantum mechanics. This is a very, we learn how to work with it. We learn how to alchemize with it. It is time to stop letting worry rule you. Instead, get excited about your future and all it will bring. What energy and emotion you put out comes back to you. With a little conscious effort on your part, that happy ending can and will be yours. Believe that. What else for the collective consciousness? Holy Spirit, holy angels, benevolent beings of the highest bright light. No, you can't. Yes, I can. And I will, motherfucker. Your life is about to start moving quickly in some areas. Events that seem to have been on hold suddenly propel forward. Move with the flow and be mindful of what needs your attention most. Make decisions rationally but sensibly. The voice of the heart. I silence the fear in me and discover the voice of my heart. The fruit of these words guides me. I trust the song of my soul. My intuition leads me on the path of light. And I'm hearing, hey, sister, soul sister. I don't, that's your soul song. God, Christina Aguilera, that girl has some lungs on her. I choose serenity, light, and positive energy. No matter what I go through, I choose happiness. I rise above fear and direct my thoughts towards God. I free myself from fear and trust the universe. There's got to be a lot of fear-based old patternings. Biological, natural disposition. Equated from life experiences, energetic interferences. They're just kind of showing me like through like the 90s babies, you know, Y2K, the swine flu, E. coli going through, like, you know how each pandemic or whatever, I don't know, it's your DNA was also, really don't know how to explain it. Those things were important to your DNA at that time. And that's all I'm saying. That's just a confirmation for somebody who's understanding something on that level. I direct my thoughts to the beauty inside and around me. I use my spiritual strength and knowledge of myself to create light, and I rise above all of the doubt that's been bestowed onto me as fear. There's a lot of deep cellular healing happening here. A lot of remnants, old energies. Watch, I'm going to unzip this. And then you're gonna blow. Alright. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine. Instead of pushing yourself so hard, stop, breathe, and reevaluate. You are doing enough, even if it doesn't feel like it. Don't wear yourself out to the point of exhaustion. It is not worth it. Balance your time more wisely. It is time to stop letting worry rule you. Instead, get excited about your future and all it will bring. The energy and emotion you put out comes back to you. What little conscious effort on your part, the happy ending, we read that in the beginning. I swear sometimes, I'm pretty sure, I'm blipping in and out of space and time. Anybody else feel like that lately? It's almost like I'm having these small out-of-body experiences, but still being conscious of what's happening in this. I don't really understand how to... It's a blip in time. I don't know. Fragmented pieces, almost. It's very interesting. I've been experiencing that a lot. It was so freaking awesome. I love experiencing things like that, and I'm like, I try not to focus on like, okay, how am I doing this? Because I want to stay in that state of openness, right? And elevated thoughts, and just kind of go with the flow. And it's so fucking exciting sometimes when you get into those states of, because it's been a long journey getting to the higher conscious part and being able to move in a understanding that I'm doing the things that I'm doing when I'm sleeping, or, you know, being able to recall and get back into, you know, I'm getting more tapped into the celestial hall of records. The more that I connect with you guys, the more that I'm in the collective consciousness, the more that I'm going through these things on my very own, you know. It's training day, motherfucker, and it's been good, and I'm starting to reap and see these things. Being able to not freak the fuck out when I see supernatural cool things. Now, I don't really freak out. On the inside, I'm like, oh my god, is anybody else fucking seeing this? Or is this just me? And then I'm like, dude, it's just totally us. And I'm like, okay, this is so cool. It's like you just paralyze it. It's so freaking amazing. And you want to share it with other people because it's so exciting. You know, and it's like, if only people knew some of these exciting things that we experience. It's not always all shit. It's not always all hard. When you get to connect with another soul or somebody who's hurting, and you get to bring a message, or they bring a message to you, or you just, soul family, and it's just like, I know that person. That was amazing. Or what? Experiencing different realms within this realm in the same space and time. It's like a parallel vision. Yes, it's quite. I don't know what it is. I like to call it, to me, that's magical. You know, I like those experiences. It's not magical. We are magical. So experiencing yourself in that way, it's like, oh my god, I'm so fucking awesome. How far up does this thing go? You know, and you start realizing you're communicating and being effective in an experience that you're having in a supernatural way. You're like, okay, so then who the fuck am I? You know, and this, please, don't ever go away. Like, I always want to be able to enjoy these moments or things like this. It's very, very exciting. Does anybody else feel like that? In your experiences, you know, when you do experience the super phenomena, or the strong synchronicities, or like undeniable, the guy on the radio has literally just answered the question in your head and then does a little laugh, and then you laugh too. You're like, I fucking knew it. I'm not crazy. I'm talking to the radio. Come in, radio. It's Farva. I have those things all the time too, and it's just, but it's just so neat. You know, and I think more of us are going to be to where we talk more about the experiences. You're like, dude, I knew I wasn't fucking crazy. I mean, we don't really give a fuck what boyfriend's coming back, but we want to know who else seen that shit in the sky. Who else has experienced the tall shadow guy, right? Who else has seen the portals open up out in nature? You know, who else has experienced freaking healings, or, you know, people being able to walk into their tongues or light language, or this super consciousness of just knowing and awareness. Who knew somebody and then knows them now and is like, wow, you're just completely different. Yeah, I think probably like a millionaire's is a little old to be smoking a vape. I'm a millie. Aren't you a little young to be judging on my channel? I know before you commented, you read that little thing that says don't be a super douche. Yeah. Okay. I just got my phone out of the freezer, so we should be good. my friend says, yeah, for another 3 minutes. It's pretty hot here in Idaho. Oh my gosh. Hey, yeah, I'm in Oregon too. I'm in Idaho. I just ate a very cold popsicle. I used to could take those snow cones and eat those for days, man. And then now, if I even have two sips off of like a blended coffee, like that I don't know why in my throat it's so freaking cold, to where like, I can't drink it fast. It's not enjoyable for me. Not that I want to drink it fast, but you know, I'm in the driver's seat like this. People think I'm fucking choking, and I'm like, no. They say put your tongue on the roof of your mouth and it goes away. Alright, for those of you that don't know me, my name is Casey. I am a psychic medium and intuitive. I am an oracle. I am the Guardian Oracle 33. Thank you guys for every way that you support the channel, hitting the like button, leaving a comment, talking trash in the comments, getting tossed around by my mods. It's all good publicity. Bad publicity is good publicity, right? That's why we're here with the awakened ones. You can read between the lines. Courtney S., thank you. Hi, Layla. And thank you for the beautiful comments. I appreciate that. What's up, Teresa? Mommy, I have nipples, fucker. Can you milk me? Mama. Some of the comments you guys make, I love it. It's, you know, I like the laugh. And can you read a card for me? All signs point to, ooh, you might be getting something happy. Maybe you're getting a full glass of milk. You're finding a new sugar mama. Whatever it is, it looks happy. It looks like it actually could have to do with a little girl or a kid in some way that brings happiness, or, you know, just that purity. So, AA, Ron. Alright, who's coming towards the collective? Holy Spirit, Holy Angels. Channeled messages for the highest good. May you find a sign or synchronicity, or may you be able to incorporate the messages and find your sign of synchronicity here. I love each and every one of you. Know that you are magnificent beings. You can call forth the light and intelligence and the love within yourself, even when you feel it's not matched in the outer world. Healing this inner child is really a lot of the things that we didn't get as children we look for in relationships now. So I seen something really awesome. I don't know if I posted or not. I can't remember, on my community page, but it was about two people who have that aspect of, you know, will bring out something that they didn't get as a child from their parents, and they'll see that within the other person. And it's really about two people growing up together again. And I really like the way that they put that. Hi, Leah. Leah Marie. My name's Casey Marie. Everybody who's a little hellion has the middle name Marie or Ann or Joe. What's up, Jace? I'm back. Thank you guys for double tapping the screen, leaving a like. You guys are awesome. Let's look at the collective. What's going on here? I'm hearing somebody say, I wish I may, I wish I might. I wish on the first star I see tonight. I'm hearing the Janis Joplin song. Take another little piece of my heart. You know you got it if it makes you feel good, so good. That's the night when the lights went out in Georgia. That's the night when they hung an innocent man. Some of you could be having supernatural experiences, like feeling tapped on the shoulder or a presence. You're awakening to deeper wisdom within your own self and the world outside of you. You're co-creating and having these experiences because you're open to them. Somebody, you know, I was talking earlier before this feed cut out about what we're doing while we're sleeping. I mean, we're not just sitting there like, God, I wait till this body's fucking gets at least 2 to 4 so I can, you know what I mean? So we can keep going the next day doing the same shit. And over here, your soul's like, I want to go out. You're in the astral realm. You're doing a whole bunch of shit. You're back on your planet with your family. You're doing other shit, man. Look at this beautiful bird. Well, I guess you can't say it. She just came and sat on the fence. Alright, the Six of Wands came out in reverse. Okay. So, if you've gone through something and it feels as if you haven't been acknowledged or recognized, Not that there's, you know, you could be somebody who has just done a lot of great things, and you go through a lot of shit on the account of being a teacher for other people. You know, you might see it as distractions off of your path, or that what you don't realize is in those times when you feel so far off your path and like, man, shouldn't I be, you know, I planned my life by this time at least to have XYZ, and you're in this space. Even the smallest interactions of those people that are, you know, walking a similar path, or working with you, those who aren't victorious, it's like you're the new starter for the underdog. You know, there's a reason you've been left out, so that you could walk with others, so that you could ignite the light within others. You're the gatekeeper to the flame, I'm hearing. You can bear a lot of weight. You can bear a lot of hard things. It's not about wanting to be seen. It's about wanting to be felt. You know, it's like when you start to awaken and you're around a bunch of people who are not, or aren't even like trying, or, you know what I mean? We were there. We were once that. All of us. But it does get frustrating sometimes, I know. Because when you see people already doing their games, you know, it sucks being awakened sometimes, because you do see the truth of people and you're like, oh, you know, the old me would have loved to just dwell in that, and, you know, because I wouldn't have known any better. But now it's just like, I see a cycle for what it is. Somebody here, after feeling not so victorious in a situation, is also getting a new start. The letter P, the name Page, UPS could be prominent. Ashtar command, the violin, looking in the Milky Way, soul survivor, transfer the dividends, I've got the deed, motorcycle race, beanbag, hacky sack, unexplained like twitches within the body, having a physical response to a supernatural element. Tell me more, like does he have a car? The sun comes out, the sun will come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow. It's only a day away. Everything's happening now, so which one is it? I'm trying to figure this out. I'm not going to do Aquarius. I'm reading just for collectively right now. I can do an all signs probably next week when I get back. I don't know why I'm not. Hi, Bill. My messages are all buffed up. The gift. Okay, the gift. The gift that you do bring others is you have this ability to waken up the inner child, the inner spirit of most. You could be, you know, a lot of people, they really can resonate with you on a real level. You're really funny, you know, and you're really witty, and the way that you make your jokes, or, you know, just your sarcasm, it's very, I'm hearing hillbilly, but it's very just down to earth, you know, and it brings humor in, and it allows others to open up and express themselves in that way. And that's why you've been, you know, it's those connections in those times. And it doesn't have to be for eons and rocking eons down here playing the spoons and the fiddles, just making each other feel good. Grandpappy's moonshine. I would love a jar of that. I'll take an old sip. Is it ready? I'll be the judge of that. Enlightenment. You know, there's a lot of learning that you've done on the curve, huh? Eh? There's a lot of learning in the curve. As somebody, you know, there's the ins and the outs and the ups and the downs, and it's like, you've gotten so fucking wise at this point. It's like, the complexity of the human being, right? It's like, why would you put a spirit in such a programmed, you know, honoring the human spirit, yes, the body, but motherfucker. When you start to waken up and it's if you're somebody who can tap into deeper consciousness quite easily, and you're just kind of very aware person, behaviors, characteristics, traumas, the way they affect, the way that people come at you, the situation and life lesson perhaps even that you're playing out with this person or a situation at this time, and I'm hearing a martyr. I'm hearing martyr. You understand that, what does that even mean? Okay, for one, for some of you, here's a message. You know, there's an energy here that you've really cut through and have been relentless on pursuing. I've got the Four of Pentacles, and this is somebody who's dedicated. This is that same kid that got a piece of information, right? This is that energy. Here's the sun, which is represented. You could be a Leo, Cancer, Pisces, Virgo, Capricorn, Scorpio, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. There's a lot of passions and there's a lot of intellect that you put into something that has been brought to you. Maybe it didn't work before. Maybe at that time it wasn't malleable to the energies, or it wasn't at its highest frequency, or a frequency in which other communications would be able to be viable with. I'm seeing the third eye chakra here and consciousness, number 16 and number 7. Somebody here is going to have a complete natural healing through something that they're going through. They're going to experience a complete miracle and a remembrance of their own medicine woman, man, that they truly are on the inside. Their alchemy, their ability to alchemize within the spirit. Get out there, motherfucker. Get crazy. Who gives a shit? You know, if you want to go sip some scissor, have some lean, whatever way you talk to your ancestors, hug a tree, cry it out, tell the nature. Talk to nature, you know. Why do people just suck, man? Why can't everybody be a tree, bro? Right? Wish I was shredding the EAC with the fucking tennis right now. It's when you get to the point of the Seven of Swords, you can show up in the Seven of Swords. Most of the time it's somebody, you know, you've been against. It's like you've been at training camp. You've been on D-Day. You've been moving through the process of enlightenment. Wax on, wax off, tirelessly in the mind, learning how to balance the physical with the spiritual, learning how to stay in the physical to give and receive, knowing when you are at those height and peak moments of, you know, an energetic wave, or learning how to be the observer and allow things to flow. You've learned these things. You didn't even know what the fuck that was before. Then you would just fly off the handle how it's Sammy So Jofo's fucking fault and XYZ. Yeah, I can't believe that motherfucker. Right? And a lot of us who are awake and we're like, please miss me with that, because I actually want to talk about something that's worth a shit. You know what I mean? I want to be surrounded by people that actually can, you know, lighten the load, ease up, you know. I want to be with... And I ain't kissing your ass, so just fucking chill out, man. I want to go sip a few beers on my freaking kayak, fish, and I want to enjoy the sunset and the birds, and I want to freaking be free to be exactly who I am and do what I want. This, to me, that's I like and enjoy those moments. Get out there giggling, fucking boat gets a rocking on my own. I start laughing so hard. I love me. Those are my KC moments. Those are my me moments. Love it. And I ain't got to worry about nothing. Nobody else's energies around me but my own. And it's hilarious. And we realize how small and what little dumbasses we are sometimes. And it's kind of cute, you know. And there's a lot here about experiencing other aspects of the self on different conscious levels. You know, sometimes you're very, very, very connected. Understanding why at those moments, you know, were you in the water? What were you doing before you felt that connectivity? You know, what was your state of being at that time? A lot of people, you know, are wanting to experience something supernatural that they once have experienced before. And wanting to recall those moments or to relive and to get into that. It's like, where did that enlightenment come from? How was it that I was experiencing that? You will be the teacher of this. I'm hearing. You will be the teacher. It takes time to understand. Malleable. Malleable. The sun. Now, I was just having a conversation today with an old friend of mine, and he was talking about the sun ain't gonna last forever. Well, he goes, and that means this planet ain't gonna last forever. You know, and there's a lot of different thought forms that go out about things that are happening here. I mean, it's hotter than two wool something in. I mean, it just over the last 6 years in a wool sock. It has gotten so dry over here. You know, when I first moved to Idaho from Oregon, I was like, what the fuck? This place is like the Sahara Desert. And I don't mind the desert. There's a lot of desert in eastern Oregon, okay? But I need trees, I need shade. You know what I mean? It'll fucking burn a guy right out over here. And I've noticed it's just gotten, if it's not windy as fuck, then it's just scorching hot. And then the water, you know, everybody's trying to irrigate and farm out here. And for years, they sent the runoff water from the top of the peak out towards Boise, Idaho, instead of sending it out to, you know, the backside of the mountain for everybody down there. So our reservoirs could get filled up. So when the reservoir's gone, everybody's done watering around here. You know what I mean? And we all have shares. Are you in Eastern Oregon? I used to live in Pilot Rock, Oregon. For any of you guys know where that's at, it's over there by Pendleton. I used to work at Keystone RV there for about 5 years. What up, Wes? Hello, Joe. Nice figure or nice figuratively speaking? Prineville. Oh my gosh, I know exactly where Prineville's at. So you must be a buckaroo, or you in the cattle business, or have some sort of ranch out there. No, I just heard waitress. Okay, so we're talking about this level of enlightenment. Why the 6 of Wands in reverse? Right out the gate. The Fool and the 8 of Cups. Temptation. Temptation. Okay, so if you were tempted, okay, based off of the character that's been built, okay, or the ego that's kind of been destroyed in the character that's been built from that, the enlightenment piece here with the sun, okay. Like I said, somebody here gets, you know, it's like, he's a bunch of dumb motherfuckers, and it's so hard to fix stupid when you really don't want to learn, you don't want to awaken, you're just out here stomping on people's hopes and dreams, being a fucking asshole, you know, and those are the people that have everything, those are the, you know, what you say, have everything, you know, they say assholes live forever. And then you can find the nicest, most kindest people who they live by their means, you know, and they're always, you know, they're just there. They're those earth angels. They're those watchers, you know. And it feels like you've entangled with quite a few of those people. Those have been your teachers. The 3 of Pentacles here, this is a student. This is somebody who's understanding a scry, understanding something within the church, within the being, the body, the family, right? The body of Christ. It's got the head, the hands, the feet. I'm hearing hearts and minds, hearts and minds. The alchemy and the distance between the both. They're showing me my mind's eye. It's a very old gold. It's long and it's like a little chamber, and at the ends it looks like a Tylenol, how a Tylenol pill's kind of oval like that, but it's got 3 like nodules that poke out. It's gears almost, and it has 3 different chambers in the way that it opens up, and it's got a writing, and it's like that movie when it is in there, and when it just shows up on the sword or shows up, and there is this, like, I don't know how to say it. I can't say it's like a contract, but it's almost like a seal that can't be broken, and there's a reason why, and it has to do with certain energies or polarities. I'm hearing it's gonna be cutting it close for the, you know, how much human can take, you know, as far as the heat and the, you know, the other things that are being created and happening at this time. That's why we talk about the Galactic Federation. The only time they can intercede within any planet is if it's going to become non-existent in that way. There's a meteor shower tonight, and I've never seen one in real life this lifetime. I've never seen one this lifetime, and it's supposed to be pieces of stars, I guess. Well, you had me at that. So I have a telescope, and I'm going to go out tonight and on the mountain and watch. But I started thinking, and then right then I was like, I heard galactic wars. You know, so what we're perceiving as meteors, there's other things that are going on as well. You know, and then somebody knows that. Galactic wars. There's other things, but maybe it does look like a meteor from here, you know? Somebody's over there working on the barn, hammering, putting in a lot of work. Why things, it's like, you haven't been victorious because the only place that you could have been victorious in specific places or recognized are in places you wouldn't really want to be recognized with. When I look at this guy, he looks like a deceiver, a trickster, especially with the dog there and the way that he's doing the trick in the hand, right? And see the moon around, a lot of people use that energy. You know, and then this kind of reminds me of Jason Momoa. You know, he's walking away here, you know, and it's the Aquarius movie. I want to say Aquarius, not Aquarius, Aquaman. And he's fucking badass, you know what I mean? But I see that here, and it's like any time that illusionist or that energy shows up, or in whatever way, the trickster, the deceiver, it's like, that's why you can't be victorious in certain spotlights or where you live. Maybe there is going to be a shift here in moving or the way that you connect. You're going to find something either online. And I want to say, if you're wondering where you're supposed to be, and if you're like, fuck, I didn't even plan on going there, I'm trying to go here, and that's not, you know, everything is always happening for a reason, for the highest good of all. I said, you know, we're at the beginning stage of becoming, you know, learning the mastery in the church, within your being, within your mind, within your body, within your soul. The enlightenment is here. Your ability to cut through the shit is on point. It's very strong. The tricksters. The High Priestess and the King of Swords. What's the soul lesson here? Okay. I heard capturing dwellers. And I'm looking at... I also want to say this. And this is so interesting because as they're showing it to me, they're showing it to me like a video game in my head, kind of. You know, I'm hearing the game, the Art of... Not the Art of War. Gears of War. Somebody sees the reality in this way. It's very interesting. Somebody is actually, you might be labeled, this is a very specific message for somebody, or have or feel maybe perhaps schizophrenic. And I've watched a lot of interviews done and have channeled information on schizophrenia and living in that many dimensions and timelines at the same time, remembering that many aspects of yourself, being that open and trying to live in one world. And I almost feel like somebody has suffered that, you know what I mean? Or what they thought was bipolar, multiple personality disorder. You fucking channel so many different aspects of yourself. It's very interesting. I'm hearing galactic wars right now. Interceding messages. And that just reminded me of Grandma's boy. How did he see me? Alright. The stars out here. Seeing through the illusions. The Master Illusionist. The Master Illusionist. Alright, cranky. the healing here in the star. That's funny, I'm looking at healing, message number 29. The frequency of healing supports our intrinsic ability to restore our health and wholeness by consciously using the information that comes to us through our senses and harmonizing everything accordingly. If you have a question right now and you're asking, they just asked your spirit guides, the answer to that is yes. I heard you ask. And then I'm seeing, you know, she's healed by her own faith when she touches Jesus's, I heard cloak, but his robe, his cloak, huh? Okay, so if you have not already, even if you feel like shit, even if you feel like you have a new beginning that's unmistakable. I think for the longest time, many people have been able to see that other people outside of yourself. Maybe even when you didn't, or you didn't have the ability to see because of whatever you were working through or becoming enlightened through. Finding the voice of your heart. For some of you, you have, you know, at the birth of creation here, you have been going through many things, whether this is surgeries, opening up to new things. Somebody here, your teeth, you know what I mean? Your teeth could be something that you have struggled with for a long time. Sinus wellness, feeling sick a lot in your throat. You know, not being able to afford insurance to be able to go take care of the things that you need to. There is enlightenment here, and there's always going to be a perfect timing for when something happens. It has to do with the healing on a different level. There are very advanced beings that can cloak their energy or overcome the conscious of other unawakened beings for the highest good of all. I don't know how that... You know, it makes me question so often. Everything, when I start thinking I'm advancing and understanding, like, things shift so much that where I, you know, I'm back on the crazy train, huh? You know it. What up, A-friend? Tell me about the High Priestess. The Nine of Swords. That, or you have a very deep truth that you're going to bring to light, and that is your enlightenment for others. This Nine of Swords with the High Priestess and the King of Swords here, it's like you're working with two very higher aspects of yourself, okay? The Zelda of your spirit, your higher self that comes through and brings the enlightenment. Sometimes you fought even against your own fucking... And I'm hearing different aspects of yourself through other people. Galactic war, motherfucker. Interdimensional. This is very interesting. They're showing me like how blood, your DNA deciphers your handing outs this lifetime in that way. That's how things are being bred into. It will be subsidized into categories. Oh, I just watched that. What is that called? Divergent. And somebody's got their eye on you. You know, understanding that, the hidden realms. I'm saying a divergent here. Okay, if you haven't been sought out in a way, you're able to channel things on a very fast, easy, comprehensive level for many to understand. This will help many. In this way, it's not interceding. It's opening up your own physical vessel and having the ability to guide consciousness in such a way that it has a positive effect on many levels of the body. That's why you couldn't be where you were. That's why you couldn't evolve where that space was. Or you couldn't be around specific people or energies or things. There's a lot of things that you don't understand yet. And those are some of those things are the things that brought a lot of your enlightenment that will bring your happiness in the future. Least you had the courage to look within. Least you had the ability to question your own fucking sanity throughout your spiritual awakening and be a true speaker. You can't always expect the truth from others, but you can expect the truth from yourself. Knowing what is there for you and what's not. How many times are you going to drink from the same fucking cup? How many times? And it's almost like imposters. I'm just hearing imposters. And I look at this guy and it's the Fool. But when I look at him, it's like, there's a lot of other shady, shifty shit going on with the Five of Swords here and the Seven of Swords. Okay, at this point, I'm just going to say, you know, shape shifters, galactic wars in the physical. And I'm talking about very heavily being spiritually attacked with other... I'm hearing quantum mechanics, biophysics, bioweaponry. It affects the body on some level. Been working through a lot. Channel your knowledge. It's like to get through a certain gate, it's not going to be easy. And it's not that you have to fight it. It's just that you have to bear the truth to be able to open it. You have to bear your truth. Your own authenticity. You don't channel messages and do things like everybody else. The way you view things is set for the vision of the people that will magnetize towards you. You're not missing anything. You are exactly where you need to be. The only time you are deterred is when you stop moving forward. When you stop thinking about enlightenment, loving on yourself, giving yourself time to laugh and enjoy. That is your gratitude to yourself. That's how you refeed and refuel your spirit. Your body needs that. It can't always be like a computer under construction all the time. You've got to allow the body to catch up in that way. The reverberatory effects. Paseva kashivirate pasivitura yesiva papa yeshivorate sivakata tiavra pasivitu tiafisi. Pashavarate sivakata tiasivodrete te papa yesiva shoda de sivikitura payasovidea. May you always have the eyes to see. May you always possess the inner strength to call forward the light within, the truth within. You can't expect the truth from others, but you can expect it from yourself. That's your powerful gift. That's why you're intuitive. That's where your psychicness comes from. The love and the trust you have for you. Nobody else lives in here. Nobody else lives in here but you. You don't need to be a fortune teller for anything. When it's time for you to open your mouth and to lighten others, it's there. You channel it. And you will channel it. You channel hidden realms that are right behind that. Do you have the eyes to see? I've been channeling that forever. Somebody's eye is wide open. Their eyes. Allow yourself to be guided. Some of you, and they're all connected. Octurians. And they're showing me Atlanteans, the refugees, the survivors. It was like DNA down there too, what they were doing. That whole island was all, it was like, fish begot fish or other breeds, like, I'm hearing the rainbow trout. Somehow fish represent certain DNA or hold certain DNA to alchemize with, it's very interesting, I don't know how to put it. Seeding of other planets. I don't know, I feel emotional channeling this because it feels like I've forgotten something and now I'm starting to feel it emotionally as they're talking to me, just being in that energy. It's really quite beautiful. Light codes. Travel awaits you. Seek clarification. Astro traveling. Caution is needed here. The caution signs always were, you're always ready when you can depend and trust in yourself. Not just, oh, I got it. I know I can't depend on anybody else, motherfucker. Not that. Talking about when you say, okay, thank you, I have some things to consider. I'll make a decision. You sit with yourself. I see targeted that blew over here. Intuition is strong. Look at the bigger picture. Death is needed here. Depths are needed here in September. Evil trying to stop light. Mental illness is suffering. Look for the light within. There could be a very, this is very interesting. Because I made commentary the other day about those that have had, you know, those who have been on ships and who are being upgraded and seating and used, you know, I'm hearing migrants in other ways. This disappearance of all these children and where they're really going, and, you know, how they're using a specific species to exploit other things. It really is so dynamic. And it's, there's so many things that go beyond our comprehension. The question is I'm here now, what's my role? And for somebody asking that, your role is to protect children. You're a guardian of the children, of this nature. On so many levels, is to protect the minds, the influence, sharing the wisdom, the knowledge, showing them that there is, you know, they can connect with many things. My kids love the rocks and going out and climbing in a tree. They love the birds. Mom, look, I was at school today and I seen a big hawk spirit flew over, you know, and they love that. When these kids, every time they get in the car, they all have pocket full of rocks. The boys always get the biggest rocks because they got to outdo each other, but it has to do with that. And it's like you could be healing right now from a very deep sense of, you know, trickery in that way. That thing that would make you awaken and say, finally, I'm fed up. I spend more time and energy going round and round with these motherfuckers than I do when I'm on my own. At least on my own, I can find a way without the deception. I can learn to trust myself again. I can learn my own intuition. Whether you put on the radio or you do label decks of cards with different shapes on them and you use your intuition of what will come out next, or look into scrying, or use your imagination. It's about being creative. That's, where do you think that connection to that, the spiritual is? That self. You think you're just going to be a grumpy old bitch and be all fucking magical? Probably not. Nobody wants a grumpy magical bitch anyways. Most of those people are the ones that give into the dark magic, the lower vibrational deities and entities that will go out and basically sell their soul for power because they can't do the work, or take into, you know, respect for humanity, the human nature, this planet, others around them, and who, I'm not saying I've never been a dick, dude. I can probably be one of the biggest fucking dicks you've ever known. But I'm also make a conscious effort to be aware of the way that I am reacting and engaging with others, to where I'm not creating more shit in others' lives that is not necessary. But I'm also not walking on fucking eggshells either, and I'm going to stand in my truth of who I am, even if that's speaking something or not speaking something. On other levels, this is affecting mindful wisdom, creating inner harmony. There's a lot here. Oh my gosh, this is beautiful. Between worlds, new direction comes out, an eternal union. It's like the connection to this other side of this world, to this other aspect of this is you. It's through your pain, it's through your emotions, it's through the enlightenment. Please, let me use this for the highest good of all. If I'm going through this, I'm going to come out of this a champion. I want to know which way, if I was a person of pattern and somebody who had struggled to get out of something, how could I create something that would help break that patterning in whatever way? Whether you're looking into the schematics of, you know, things that work, things that don't, the human nature, human psyche. This stuff has been, you know, they were doing lobotomies back in the day trying to control people, and, you know, and now you can't do that. That shit's not fucking cool. You just get your ass whooped at school. I mean, let's just say this civilization, for what they say and what, you know, the 110 years, as long as people live, can remember, history's always getting rewritten. You've got to, that's the main goal here, is working with your own intuition. Use what others say. It can be a guide. Know your triggers within. When it feels like enlightenment, when you're understanding that you're picking up on something, it feels natural to you. It's not forced. All right. I'll do a Should we do who's coming towards you? Or do you guys want me to pick a few for the polar card? And I'll pull a card for a few of you guys. Hi, Teresa. Pull a card. All right. What's up, Patty? If I can get a mod, take a list for me. Probably start off with 3 people right now. We'll see. My phone's getting hot. So over here breaking bread with Jesus. Hi, Scott Griffin. How are you? Welcome in, guys. Thank you for hitting the like button. If you dig the vibe, subscribe. If you guys like to hang around, we have a lot of fun around here. You're welcome here. All right, A friend, Cindy and Petty. I'm looking down and right away, A friend, I'm seeing openness moment. Maybe this actually may gotta say this read is for both of you. This is a time of openness, new possibilities. Are you ready to embrace them? Stay open to new experiences, and you might find unexpected opportunities. Similar soul family here with you and A friend. Reflection. I'm hearing all that glitters isn't always gold, is it? Setting a boundary. Setting healthy boundaries is crucial for your well-being. Do you feel overwhelmed by your orders? I was going to say by others. Clearly define your limits to protect your emotional and mental space. Reflection. I'm hearing, I know something you don't know. Reflection brings deep insight. Have you been avoiding self-reflection? Take time to sit with your thoughts and feelings. Your inner world holds the answers that you seek. And balance. Balance is key to harmonizing life. Have you been feeling out of sync? Adjust how you spend your time and energy to ensure you maintain healthy equilibrium, being in balance. I feel that in the body too, as far as being in balance. Body of water is so important. Being in a body of water. One step at a time. I see the mountain ahead and dedicate myself to taking one small step. I make progress by staying focused on the present moment, the current task. Thus, I regain my ease of living. Learning to love myself. Look at that. And you know what? Somebody sees those lights when they take pictures, those embodiments, those aspected light. Jahan, gaze. I'll change it. I'll check it out. Thank you. Action. My divine action indicates love and harmony. I am aware of my thoughts and I am driven by positive forces. I listen to my heart. My desire to manifest lightly transforms test into growth, challenge into the opportunities, and fear into love. I do feel like, too, that expect money for the efforts, for your craft, for what you're putting in. You know, whether you do something in a specific way. With the King of Swords out here, you've got the King of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles, and the King of Pentacles, too. For both of you. I don't know if there's been something, I just kind of got like this slice-like feeling at work, maybe it is, or around money for somebody here, about where it's going, or I don't know, or where it came from. You could be dealing with a Taurus here. I don't know why that feels very prominent. Somebody could be being judged in a situation too here that has to do with money and a truth, or I'm hearing like some sort of propaganda. Nine of Swords, yeah, it's like Four of Cups. Whatever this is, it moves something forward. What is my... Somebody's in their head about something here. I just want to say that. I don't know why, I really don't like digging on stuff like this, but I feel like it's important. I have a Wands. Okay. Wherever you were struggling, whether it was in the mental, this could have been something that was affecting your creativity, your productivity, okay? If that's not vying with you. I feel like you have great potential to utilize channeled energy to create a new way of earning, or for manifestations of money to easily come to you. If whatever this is that's shifting, or you getting serious with yourself, or coming to the quick of, you know, maybe there's something that you're going to write out. You know, it's important that you look back over it. Writing it out is always easier than when it's in the mind over and over again. The King of Swords here, it feels like you could be somebody who's really good at being in the mind over and over again, you know? That's like your go-to. You beat a dead fucking horse. But now it's like something's shifting here that's creating a less adversity within yourself or within others that are involved within this situation. We'll get an Archangel card. You've got the Page of Ariel. Reliable, clever, educated, and balanced. The Cathedral Hall I'm hearing here. Fine art. Fine wines. Captivating the hearts and the minds through audible pictures, channelings. You could see white butterflies as well, and a lot of fragmented light through water. Maybe you receive messages like that as well. An excellent opportunity will be offered to you. Scholarships or the pursuit of education. Time to get to work. So something good comes out of this. And I said it feels like some money is improving in some way, but it also is a way for you to believe in your own beliefs, okay? To understand that you have been connected. Donald Trump here, I always see him in this. I don't know. I think in the future somebody here is going to be able to connect with that energy when he's passed. He's able to channel information that I'm just maybe in the future that he might not be here for anymore. And I mean that with the most respect and love and light, but it's like channeling Nikola Tesla or hidden wisdom and knowledge. You know, there's reasons why we're waking up here. It's not just to be all love and light. You got some of us, we're worker bees. Some of us, we cook in the kitchen. Some of us take care of the children. We're all doing our spot in the collective to serve humanity in whatever way. And we're all being shifted around all the time. And the things that we're going through, you know. Hi, Kevin. Thank you. Bro, Donald Trump, I keep getting, so that could be just very prominent for you there. Before I read the next person, I'm getting called to do like I also channeled that for you, a friend, and for the Art of Pain. That was a dual message. Said there's some sort of magnetic, there's a frequency there that you guys share on some sort of telepathic level in the, what you'd call it, the future, but in the evolution of the soul. I'm seeing the blue avians and the agarthans. I just want to see what, this is my Mystic Martians Oracle deck. Collective energy, who's working with the collective at this time? What is the message? The shadow self. We are working with the shadow self at this time. Denial, projecting, and shame. If it wasn't so hot in this trailer right now, I could so lay down and take a nap. trying to get personal reads done, and my phone's either overheating or the battery dies in it so fast. And I don't have electricity hooked up to my trailer, not this trailer, the other trailer up there yet, so it's a process. I can't wait till I can learn to to just telepathically send the wave out. Here's your message. Alright, working with the shadow self here. This is a very important one. You know, a lot of people shy away from the shadow self, but that's the fucker who helps make you who you are. You know, there's very important attributes of you and your shadow self. Just because you have, you know, I'm not ashamed of any of the things I've been through, and I wouldn't take them back. I've only learned. I could not even be half the person I am right now if I didn't go through those things. Did they suck ass? Fuck yeah. But I've also went through basic training in an AIT. I know what hard is. I had a childhood where, you know, we grew up quick. We learned how to work hard. We were responsible at a very young age. It's the way we were raised in that time. You know, childhood, a lot of shit has changed. And within that, when growing up fast, we shove shit down and we don't express things. And that becomes, you know, a piece of us when we get older and we experience similar relationships with other people along the way. It's like, what the fuck? And then those attributes of yourself come out. That's the shadow self, the part of you that you deny and reject, although that first part of you is always there, willing to alchemize and to work with you. Our shadow self is a psychological and spiritual perspective regarding the aspects of ourselves that we often either deny, sometimes cannot see, and conceal from public. Every human being and higher being has a shadow self. The problem arises when denial or refusal to see the shadow self takes hold as this causes spiritual fragmentation in the psyche and blocks enlightenment and holistic integration. Shadow selves not acknowledged take on an unaware to semi-aware autopilot type of spirit life of their own, usually resulting in projections when triggered. This is where dark entities subconsciously reside and where archons can steer and manipulate if a person is not conscious. All dark entities are merely abandoned aspects of all life. The shadow self typically emerges during early childhood and progressively manifests if not integrated. The shadow self contains anything that we were taught and judged as small child to see as inappropriate, wrong, shameful, or bad, or we were punished or rejected for, etc. What we reject in ourselves is rejected back onto us. These conditions may have been passed on to us through our families, our schools, our communities, our culture, etc. The denial of these aspects we do not like or accept in ourselves forces those archetypal aspects of self to be repressed. It wanders not fully conscious to the self, projecting and overreacting onto the defiantly what they deny in themselves. A basic example of this could be if you were angrily overreacted towards another who is sincerely sad. It is highly probable you have denied and repressed your own sadness. Facing and owning our shadow self aspects can be challenging, even painful so initially, and require self-awareness, humility, accountability, and forgiveness for ourselves. Shadow work is a true test of self-love. Oh, that makes me want to tear up. True core healing always contains huge elements of shadow work. Discard meanings, denial, repressed, fragmented, triggers, shame, self-loathing, projection, childhood wounds, overreacting, dark night of the soul, and addictions. All right. Specialist. I was a specialist. Who else was on my list? Sorry, I kind of veered off there. I got a friend. I'll have to make these kind of short. Man, my battery just, it's so, when it's hotter, it feels like it sucks even more battery. Prairie. When you pull my card. Yeah, of course bring your energy. Just consciously connect. You're welcome, a friend. Who's next on the wheel of time? Cindy. Patty. I'm hearing intermittence and energy. I just got this feeling like a sadness of a parent, you know, like missing a child. Like in a kitchen alone, or like maybe thinking back to other memories. So that could mean something for you. Inner radiance. I open my heart and turn my eyes to the light in every life. Personality and appearance are the image of man. Beauty and goodness are the image of God. Appreciate. I realize the light in my life. I direct my thoughts to the beauty within and around me. I thank God for every little thing that brings me joy. As a result, I inspire my thoughts. Wealth surrounds me, and I am grateful for all things that it has brought me. I feel like you're really going through some deep introspections of yourself. Look, as I say that. Dark night of the soul. There's something in there at the core. It's like in that womb, they're showing me in the cosmos like a big white cosmic body. They're showing me like a big galaxy or a wormhole that opens up kind of like in the stomach area. I don't know. It's like maybe energy's coming out of that area. You're feeling maybe depleted of energy in some ways. I mean, and it can go deep. It feels like maybe you have an aspect of yourself that you really have to keep at bay, and you know, it feels like you can get very sad, or you can feel very isolated. It's not that you don't, there's just a wound within that aspect, you know, to where there's not incomplete freedom of being alone, or you know, it's like you almost love so hard that maybe, I don't know, have you pushed people away, or this has been, you know, something that has happened for you so that you can find out who your true self is. True self. Discover and express your true self. Be true to see your inner authenticity. Wow. I said it's been a path. Spiritual journey. I want to say I'm so proud of you. You should always hold your head high in all the adversities and all the naysayers and those ones that didn't believe in you. You know, it feels like all you ever wanted to do was to feel real loved. To feel loved by somebody else and have somebody meet you at the level of authenticity that you do others. You've given so much, you know, heart, mind, and soul, and you never gave up on the light. You never stopped seeking. You never stopped going and finding a different version of yourself. I'm fucking proud of you. Like, I feel like you on a soul level, like, so deep in my chest. It's like you allowed your heart to open through the hardest stuff. You remember that I am that I am, Cindy. And you are capable, and you're not alone on this path, even though sometimes it really might feel like that. Distant, cold, you know, learning to appreciate yourself. Look at the emotions. But there's something within it all, the awe, the I, that brings you back, this awareness. It's like you're learning how to love on a new level now, as you love yourself. Humanity, understanding the psyche. You're very gifted in telepathic. I see you a different version of yourself. You're tall and you're white, and you have long, light hair, and it's like cosmic. It's a cosmic version of you. I'm hearing my higher self. It's really interesting because I'm hearing the name Ariel. The wisdom keepers. I'm hearing Sri Lanka and the Himalayan mountains. I channeled some of this the other night. Gatekeeper, the wheels of fortune, journey of the cosmos of the soul. And I said, I seen you're gonna be able to okay, I'm gonna say this in the future. We watch Star Trek and all of that, the journey of the soul, like all this seeking, all this going, all this like here. with the journey of the cosmos of the soul, it's like you're going to be able to consciously shift your consciousness to be light years advanced and light years here. Telecommunications. It's a very, and you're very good at it. Yep, I told you. Creator gateway chakra. And then you have the higher heart chakra. Oh, that scared the shit out of me. Can you tell I might have a little bit of trauma from guns? Shooting a pellet gun. That fight or flight. I open my heart and turn my eyes to the light in every life. You've got number 9 and number 13. September 13th. Look at that energy. It's like completely opening up to yourself. The levels that you will go to find balance within your own spirit. It's like when things feel fucked off for other people, it's like the injustice of the world, it hurts you. You know, when you see people without, and you see people, like, there's a deep emotion that in healing you bring to others, and you can show them the truth of their situation. It's like you put your hands, this is what I was saying, I could see yourself putting your hands, you do something of the mind, and you show people the truth, the mind, you just put your fingers on them. You're tall, you're glowy, translucent in a way, but very white. Looks like the Avatar, I would say, but your body moves slower. It's like, it's just different. It's like, and then anybody who's in your realm, in that space, it's all telepathic. There's no talking with the mouth. Everything's exposed. There's no veil between what the reality is. It's like getting super stoned for the first time. I don't know why I'm just saying this, and you kind of have, like, you're there, but you're like, where the fuck am I? You know, kind of, you're going to have some really awesome experiences coming if you have not experienced this yet. And it's going to embark you on this new adventure having to do with studying and knowing where to put the wisdom and knowledge that you have in a space. And it's actually going to create something here for you that will benefit many others in this realm and yourself as well. Channel your dreams. Channel your dreams. No, your dreams. Channel your dreams. Higher consciousness. Oh, dude, you're so fucking connected. I love this read. You just got to remember to ground it. Earth, fire, water. Earth, fire, water, wind. Talk about connection. And the mudras, the hand mudras, could be very prominent for you. Your heart is the green. That's just like, wow. I heard, yes, we are here. Definitely a council. Definitely a council of some sort. Ships. See, because I'm looking, they're showing me this as ships. And the other day I labeled a read, they're telling me, if you didn't see it, it's called Wheels in the Sky Keep on Turning. And I'm like, okay, why am I labeling it that? You know me, I always got to question everything. They're bringing that up now, so. And that's what I have for you. Kick ass. What's your guidance from your future self? What would your future self tell you? Or this aspected version. Abundance. Abundance comes from inner fulfillment and outer effort. Awakening. Awakening is the process of discovering your true self, dude. It's fucking so exciting. I'm really proud of you. You're on a spiritual journey, and you see you're doing it. I know it feels heavy. You could be having some neck and back pain. I think it's going through the collective. We're all breaking down that energy and carrying a version of it ourselves so we can transmute it on a mass level. On many levels. I'm hearing mercantile. Mercantile. Mercantiles are in most of the time at a town. They have mercantile, a time and an era. Sugar cube. I'm also looking at sugar cubes. My daughter got them out for camping, but that could be prominent. And this cookie, this candle right here is actually grandma's sugar cookies. So if somebody was asking about a grandma right now, or okay, I'm just going to say this. This study, this influence, this new beginning, and then the spark in your intuition, it's like because you've experienced something, the love of that. Maybe somebody who has passed on the other side's like, I always told you I believed in you. You know, even if these people here don't see it. It was the last, you know, real piece of your family. There could be many around you, but you know what I mean on that level of, it's unmistakable. Victory will be yours this time, but it's going to be in the right way and for the highest good of all. You know, it's almost like there was a layer and a level of you that needed to learn how to get your shit together and to look at things in a different way. Alright, I know I got Petty next. Well, thank you. Alright, Petty. Hi, JC Casey. That's cool. Hi, Mark. Cindy, I love you. Also, guys, if you would like a personal reading with me, you might not see somebody here. You might not see the victory yet. It's still in the shadows, like the lightning just struck. Okay, and as I say that, I see this behind. But this, for some of you, this is in an internal version of yourself. It's the heart. Thank you. That's the space that's opening up, and within that, there's so many. I'm hearing microorganisms. There's alchemy on the micro level, and that is the movement. Oh, it's so cool. And they're like, look, it's like sperm under a fucking microscope, and I'm in my mind's eye, I'm like, please don't talk about that right now. I'm trying to keep the channel open. Can we not talk about? I love my guides. Oh, what, you don't want to fuck around? Now you're all serious, Case? Could you imagine being my guides? Oh, good lord. I'm like, I told you fuckers, when it's finally my turn to get back down here, and I ain't being the guardian. You guys, hope you bring your A game. I think we work so well together. We fucking have such a good time. Such a good time. My guides have become like my best friends. Truly. And you know what? It's a version of myself too. Alright. Petty, here we go for you. And then Solstice, I'll pull some advice for you. See, phone's at 11%. Here we go. For the highest good, Petty. You're a huge supporter for others. When you encourage others and you cheer others on, they're talking about being a gatekeeper for the energy of harmony. For many. A mastery. If you're behind people, or do you just drive, or are you at grocery stores and you just pray for people, or people you just sense, you just send good energy their way, you pray. It's so powerful. It's almost like when Christ, you know, in the stories of Christ walking, when the belief, it's almost like an angelic presence, the guiding, the healing, the heart. I'm hearing dietitian. I'm also hearing ashwagandha. And I'm hearing the Mediterranean Sea. Gold. I'm hearing Liz Claiborne. Is that weird? Did you have somebody on the other side that wears that? Or is there a perfume? So there's somebody from the other side talking about a perfume or a specific smell. If you're smelling it, they're saying that's them. If you're just like, I know that smell. Tony P, what is up? I freaking miss you. Hi, Phyllis. They're just showing me a smell, and it's like a older. It's kind of musky, not too musky. It's just a smell, and you would know it. And it kind of smells like baby powder mix. It was like the home or something they actually wore. Harmony again. Maintaining the peaceful presence. Your energy is a guardian for others. Praying for humanity is huge. I feel like you're going to start some sort of, I'm hearing revolution. with bringing back people to take just a certain amount of time a day to do one activity as you film it. Today we're going out and picking up 5 pieces of trash, 10 pieces of trash. Today we're gonna make 10 pies and get rid of, give away 10 pies, or whatever it may be. A bag of apples from somebody who needs, in whatever way. It's like they start something like that other people can do and share, and it's like you bring people together. It's a very beautiful spirit. It's very accommodating. Others feel very warm, and the legion of guides that you have and can tap into, very warrior energy. They're showing me like Wonder Woman with the boots up high, and just that energy, very for loyalty. The family crest, they're showing me that on the shield. So when I see a shield as a medium or in this state of channeling, to me that represents the spirit, the light army. I'm seeing golds and silvers and bronzes. I'm seeing metals could be prominent here, and alchemizing with those, perhaps even on a specific crystal that you will be gifted or already have. Making those things, learning how those energies come together, and when you put wellness in them. Bringer of harmony, you'll heal many. Alright. Revolution. Oh my gosh. It says revitalization. It said, I seen revolutionize. Okay. See what happens when you're special and you're gifted? You see shit that other people wouldn't see. And renewal. Super cool energy. Crystals, agates. It creates some sort of molecular healing quantum field. I'm seeing them set up in the 4s. 4 corners, and you being in the middle. It's like, I don't know if it's a copper or something in the middle. It's almost, you're doing it on the ground outside during a solstices. It's it looks like this, kind of in a circle. It's for healing. You know how to do this. I posted something too about, it was on my Facebook. I'll see if I can repost it. Pyramids in the energy, coppers and metals. Okay, very prominent for you. Alright, who did I have next? Because I don't know. I'm not out camping. I'm living in this fucker. Alright, Patty, that was for you. Hot Solstice is, that was my last one. And a Hot Solstice, I'll grab you a card right now. Work, 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 work. That's what I heard. Work, work, work. Worried about the money. There is a new beginning. You could be in the middle of leaving something at this time. Whoever's in the past, whatever that thought is that comes through, or that tries, whether it's just in your mind or something that's fucking shitty that somebody said, or, something that kind of repeats in your mind, or who gives a fuck if you're going where you're going, and that's just the way it is. You know what I mean? And nothing's going to take you from that path. You're destined to heal. Whatever this is, and for many. I'm seeing a little girl, so I don't know if this is a daughter. This daughter, or this little girl, they're showing me Matilda, so gifted in that nature, very advanced. She also is a healer of the heart. I almost want to say this kid's healed you. Or they're showing me like John Coffey when he puts his hands on them or sucks that energy out of them to heal them. Look at this. I'm seeing healing and the healing of the heart. Remembrance comes out behind there. This is Akashically. I said it looks like somebody has many souls that are within their auric field. All of those little lights represented of the auric field. The frequency of remembrance supports our memory of everything that we have gone through as a soul and body, providing us with valuable information and tools to follow gracefully with and in this life. Alright. You do look like there's a new beginning here, and it could perhaps have something to do with starting in nature. Greenery, shrubbery. Whatever this truth is that comes about, it gives you an ability to speak in a way or to use your intellect in such a way. You are being enlightened at the same time as you're going through other things, which could feel a little tricky right now for you, but the universe is conspiring something for the highest good, and you will be beneficial from this hot solstice. I get an angel number for you. My phone's about to die. I love you all. Thank you for hitting the like and subscribe button. This is talking about commitment, loyalty, responsibility, truth, love, light, spiritual realm, growth, and solutions. Apply honesty and light daily as a fast track to creating a peaceful and meaningful life. It's how you find solutions and comfort. Release worries by speaking your truths and expecting emotions, as you are expressing emotions regularly. Open up for the best outcome. You are worthy, and you are very capable. Your truth is what brings forth this. That's a soul ascension. When you cross that bridge, that's when the money gets unlocked. That's when that aspect, you call back fragmented pieces of your energy so you can use it at a higher space, a vast rate, and you'll understand things at a much different frequency that you wouldn't even worry about, that you worry about now. I love you all. If you guys are interested in a personal read with me, you can email me at angeldynasty33@gmail.com. You can find it on my YouTube page. That's the only way you guys can get a read from me. Thank you guys all for reaching out. If you have a personal read for me or a link for a personal read, you should be able to find those in your inbox. Some of you, they are on their way. And I look forward to all of our readings. Hope everybody has a safe and wonderful weekend. I love you all. See you, Tony P. I'm glad you got the advice you needed, Hot Solstice. I love you. All right, goodbye, guys. Kisses from Idaho.